Happy Sunday, DECA people. I decided to do a video today because so many of you neglect to read a very long remind or email, which I get. So I'm trying to be innovative and do something different to hopefully make sure that everyone hears all the announcements going on for DECA, especially if I do not see you in class. Okay. First, in November, it is DECA month, so we're needing some support and assistance with social media posts. We have a calendar that we need to follow of a post a day, and because of all the different activities going on, the officers have not been able to keep up with that. So we're asking if anyone would like to step up. This is kind of a leadership opportunity. Anyone who is interested in doing a social media post for the Instagram account, reach out to Harper, either email or remind, and she'll give you kind of a description of what you have to do, and then you'll turn it back into her. Anyone who is able to help us with that, you will be put into a drawing to earn a $5 fire pit voucher. So thank you so much. The next thing, so I have 3 people so far who have signed up. I would love to have 2 or 3 more for Thursdays. It's the Barrow, the Boulder Together event. All the science teachers are going to be doing activities. We're going to have things going on in Bassett. The start time is 5:30 for the event, but we are selling pizza, so I anticipate having pizza delivered around 5:15. So I need people there at least by 4:45. You can stay after school on Thursday. I am sitting and doing activity with a student from 3:30 to 4:30, so it may be that you have to follow me to Bassett 1 and work on homework upstairs in the ELA department if you need to stay after, but you can do that. Okay, all things region. So if you are going to region, so I went ahead, I know it's probably reversed, I put everybody's name up here who's going to region because it's just so different this year with our testing structure. So that is your team decision making and your principals and marketing. Those individuals are going to region. Remember, region is December 9th. If you are a 10th grader and in literature, okay, most likely that date is your EOC. So I need to know that. You need to email me and let me know that you are taking the EOC that day, because I have to let Dr. Wallen know that you're going to be doing a makeup test. I've already told people that I will have a few that probably will need to have to do a makeup, but I need a number. So I'm going to be looking at schedules and reaching out, but it'd be great if you would go ahead and tell me you're in literature. Let your teacher know region it's an excused event. They're working around it, but you will have to miss the first day of that EOC. Okay, so it is a $40 cost. So far, I've only had 1 person, so yay. No, sorry, 2 people who have paid for region, so thank you. Everybody else is a $40 fee, okay? You do get a lunch that day. It does cover, just keep in mind, like, we have to pay for all of the judges' lunch, the trophies, the medals. So for region, if you're going to region, okay, the people who get to go on to state, you get a medal. So usually that's like a top 5 situation. Then the top 3 get a trophy. So again, we have to pay for all those materials like us as a region. So that's where that $40 cost comes in. So again, transportation, food for the day, and you will be in professional dress. So I'll send out reminders about that. Again, if you're not in class, what professional dress is, but it should be for men, white shirt, women, white shirt as well, your blue DECA blazer. It needs preferably pants is what the recommended bottoms are, and then dress shoes. Okay, so no sneakers, we need dress shoes. A tie for the men as well. So if you have any issues with that, you need to let me know. I want to go ahead and tell you that so you can get your professional dress ready if need be. I will have your permission forms by tomorrow, so you need to stop by and start getting those filled out. That way we have all of that in place when we get back. Okay, testing. So again, if you're testing, if you're going to region or state, that I think I had 26 people who are taking a test this week. So you should have signed up on an Excel sheet that I sent out for either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday testing. Whatever day you picked, you are going to report to the R&D center for that date. Now, on Wednesday and Thursday, I do have an expedition open. Go ahead and sign up just so that we can keep track, and then you go there, and it's either going to be with Mr. Mack or Miss Hollingsworth in the R&D center who will be giving you your test. It's not me. They'll let me know your attendance. You also need to let me know of your block 3 teacher and crew teacher on Friday, so that I can send people a note to let them know that you're going to not be in class on time, or if we need to figure out lunch arrangements. So again, you know your schedule for the week, like try not to miss a test, obviously, and do a different day. Guys, so at the Fall Leadership Conference, a chunk of people did the test, and I will say most people scored, especially if they were in class, they have scored 60 or above. So remember, I think this will be a good benchmark for both groups, region or state. But remember, a 60 is needed if you're doing an individual event or one of the other events that require testing. You have to score a 60 to go to state. So if you do something lower than that, you don't get to go. Okay, so same for your region events, your team decision making, and your principals. You just have to get a medal. Now, your score does come into play, because remember, your score, it's your score and your role play that determines if you get a medal. So if you score super low on that test, then you're not going to, you're less likely, I should say, to get a medal to get to go to state, okay? And we really don't have much pivot room. So, you know, last year we were able to go to region. If you didn't make it at region, we were able to put you in a different test to get you prepared for state. So I don't have as much flexibility, especially if you don't make a 60. If you make a 60, we have options if you don't get on stage with a medal, okay? But so I want you focusing on this week. So from tonight until you take the test, you need to be studying for that test a little bit every day, using DECA Plus to go over questions, like be reading that vocab. Also keep in mind, like GimKit and Kahoot, those are great options. So during expeditions, both on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, if you're there with me, I'm going to be running Kahoots or GimKits that are all about like the DECA practice test. So it's just something different to do. So again, if you're not testing until Friday, which most of you are waiting until Friday, great. If you can, sign up for expeditions, and that way we can study some during that. We'll worry about role play and scheduling you, talking through role play more after the test. That will be next week and the week after Thanksgiving break. Okay, I think that's it. Again, so just to recap, you're going to do, if you're interested in social media posts, reach out to Harper. I need a few more people for the event on Thursday to work at the fire pit. If you're, so the only travel that we have so far this year is going to be your region and state. So if you're going to region or state and you work, it's a $10 credit for those. I would say so far, because we did talk to both Atlanta Gladiators and the Atlanta Hawks are doing DECA days. So my goal is to get us an event scheduled with one of those in the spring. Nothing set in stone yet, but that is something I am looking at. Again, $40, okay? I think there is a school window payment open. With that, you can bring me cash. There's a few people who I know, Blake, I think he paid a little bit too much for fall region, so I'm applying that. So you'll need to bring in the cash or check to me. Like I said, but everything else should be on school window. And then just study, okay? Because I would really hate if you get a 58, there's nothing I can do, okay? So you just study and prepare for that test, okay? Thank you so much. I hope you have a great week. And then let me know if you like these videos or not. Okay, bye.